Hey, God bless you, my friend and sister Sharon, and today we are discussing the way to deal with a difficult spouse. Beloved, the struggle is so real for many people all over the world. We that are in Christ Jesus and we that strive daily to walk upright before God, seeking first his kingdom and righteousness, friends, you will have trouble. And usually, those who are in a covenant with their spouse will experience highs and lows and seasons of great frustration and disappointment. We have real lives, real issues, real tests, trials, and traumas. And I want to encourage those of you who are married to a difficult spouse. You must remember, you made a vow to God. And when you keep that in perspective, you chose that man, you chose that woman, and in order for you to settle down and endure sufferings because of usually disappointment and oftentimes expectations that have not been fulfilled, what will help you settle down and continue that good fight of your faith is knowing you took a vow before God. And everything that you're going through with your spouse, if you understand, you cannot change your husband and you cannot change your wife, but you can allow God to change you and your perspective and how you interact with your spouse. You can get what I call a strategy. As long as your spouse is not causing you physical harm, they're not cheating on you, where you could be possibly contaminated with disease. It happens every day. As long as your spouse is not harming you in these very serious manners, friend, you can do this thing. It is petty and it is not scriptural for anyone to claim that because your husband or your wife don't pay bills, they're horrible with money. Friends, that is a petty reason to start a fight and war with your spouse. Okay, he doesn't like to clean up, but you are his helper. And it's not personal. He was like that when you married him. So you cannot now make these minor things that if you are the better half, you have to find a way to communicate with him or her how you can handle that area that he or she is not naturally endowed to do. See, some people, their behavior is not personal. They're just not built that way. You may be really, really good with money and your spouse is horrible. But that's not a reason to start war. You step up and say, you know what, babe? I got this. No, I'm not taking it for an answer. No, it will not be the answer. I got this. This is not your strong suit. I will make sure that this is handled. You don't start trying to beat them down because that is not who or she is. My friend, your vow, what will help you to endure? You took a vow before God. Colossians 3:23. Do all things unto the Lord. Do it wholeheartedly as unto the Lord. You can overcome your day-to-day frustrations with your spouse when you love him or her unconditionally, but reasonably, my friend. You cannot put yourself in a dangerous situation. When people are beating you up, throwing you around, that's not God's will. You stay in that. No. Don't let nobody trick you. It is not God's will that nobody beat you up. You would do well to separate yourself from that individual until they pull it together. You don't let anyone constantly cheat on you, my friend, and bring you likely STDs and diseases. There are many men and women that have died prematurely because their spouse gave them HIV. Just Google it and you'll see all the thousands upon thousands of stories all across America alone where that spouse was contaminated. You got to use wisdom. Enough has been said, my friend. How to deal with a difficult spouse? Do it unto the Lord. Love them. Don't allow them to take your sweetness. And if they're mean and cruel and cold and standoffish and all of that, friends, it's not personal. It's something going on with them that's between them and him, between them and God. And your job is to continue to honor God in your own vow, for better or for worse. That's most people's vow. He or she that has the ear to hear, be encouraged. Be encouraged. What can you do today that's kind, is sweet, is thoughtful? What can you do today besides murmuring and complaining about the same old, that you're not going to change your spouse? This is something that only God, my friends, who can change the spots on a leopard? Nobody but God. So stop throwing yourself in a frenzy. Pull up your big girl pants. Pull up your big boy pants. Love her. Love him. Do it unto the Lord and take it one day at a time. You got this, my friend. Stop being a whiner. Stop being ungrateful. Some of you got good husbands, good wives, and you nitpick stuff that's petty. Come on, friends, dig deep and take care of yourself and stop pulling on them. They are not there to be your God. God is your God. Jesus Christ is your shepherd. You don't lean on your spouse to give you joy. Your joy should come from the God of your salvation. That's right. Come on, dig in, friends. Shake yourself off and stay in that good fight for the glory of God. Till next time, my friends, God bless you.